If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, how can you get better chances of not being ghosted after a sales presentation? And why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. Today, right now, we are going to talk about ghosting. And, for whatever reason, people think it's completely appropriate to not ever call you back, have a conversation, interact with you in a meaningful way after you've spent your time, your effort, your energy, your knowledge, your skills, your talents, your capabilities, right? So now that we got it out of the way, it happens. But I want to work with you on a way to lessen, remove some of the ability for someone to ghost you, okay? So most salespeople, most entrepreneurs, most consultants, they get to an end of a sales presentation. They say, which one do you want? And the person says, I'll call you back. And there's no subscript that goes around that. There's no like, hey, let's validate this. Let's make sure that it's everything that you want. They think that it's going to be one punch, which is a tactic, when it's actually a strategy where it's questions, interactions. And part of this is validating the buyer client's information. Now, I will tell you, this is a derivative of Chet Holmes' BAM Fam, where you're booking a meeting from a meeting, but you're confirming information while you're sitting with the buyer so that they say you can't ghost you. And I'm going to give you a unique twist. So let's say that you and I are talking and you say, hey, Scott, I really got to think about this. And I do my job. I run a subscript. I ask all the questions. I try to book a meeting from a meeting. I try everything possible. I give my question. If this was a polite way of telling me no, you would let me know, right? And then they'd say, yeah. And then I'd say, is it? And then they'd say no. And then we would follow up. They go, great. Is this something, like, this is part of my subscript, is this something that you want to do altogether? Yes, no. Is this something, would you be against moving forward with this at all? Yes, no. Great. Why don't we do this? Could you happen to have your phone handy? Right? And like, everybody always has their phone handy. If somebody doesn't, they're freaking liars and you shouldn't do business with them. Right? So they pull out their phone and they go, great, I'm going to text you right now. Okay. So pull out your phone. You're like, hey, what happens to be your phone number? Right? It'll be, here's what we got. Here's what's going on. Boom. I just texted you. Can you confirm that you got it? And they're going to go, yeah, I got it. I'm like, now I'm going to make it super awkward. My name's Scott. I'm going to make this super awkward. Oh, great. Now you can't ghost me. Right? I kind of joke about it, right? Another version of this is go, great. Now we've done that. I'm going to send you a quick email. Okay. So I'm going to open my app and I'm going to pretend that I'm going to send an email, and I'm going to say, I'm going to email you right now. And then they're going to go, great. And as soon as they've confirmed that they've got the email and they confirmed that they got the text message, now you go, now it's going to be really hard for you to ghost me. And I'm going to make it super awkward on purpose. Right. And I'm going to look for their reaction. I'm not just saying it. I'm looking for their reaction. Right. Because like, if they're like, shucks, see, I got me, I'm going to talk about that right freaking now. We are going to have a conversation. And if they kind of laugh, they go, hey, I hate it when that happens to me, right? Like, you can guarantee that the next steps for me is there is an entire process. There's emails, there's text messages, there's video messages that I am going to send. Now, here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you want to be good at what you do, you should absolutely join my email publication. Go to this URL, drop it into a browser, drop in your name, your email address, maybe your phone number. I will give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. Maybe private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discounted training. It's an email publication. All right. So you have the text message and the email sent off. Now you're going to run your course. You're going to do what you normally do for follow-up. And hopefully you have like a 15-step follow-up process. I met with somebody the other day, and the deal didn't close, and that's okay. It didn't close, right? I'm not always a one-step closer. So I said, here's what you're going to expect from me. I literally laid it out. Here's what you're going to expect from me. You are going to get a text message. You are going to get a phone call. You are going to get an email. You are going to get a thank you card in the mail, because I want them to see that I'm consistent. So last week, what did I do? I sent an email. I sent a text message. I made a phone call. I sent a video message. I sent a thank you card. Like, I want them to know that, like, hey, once we end, I'm going to give you my game plan, because nobody else is going to do this. Nobody else is going to tell you like what the future is going to be like. And I want them to be like, holy crap, this guy is persistent. And I will warn you, if you ever call me and you're like, hey, Scott, we should do business together. I'm like, we should, right? Under the right circumstances, we should. Not everybody's my client, but We should do business. Cool, no problem. But be aware that if you don't give me an answer, you will get text messages, emails, phone calls, video messages, thank you cards in the mail, lumpy cards in the mail. We will connect. You and I will have a conversation. And it may not be in 24 hours, it may not be in 48 hours, but I'm relentless. Right? I will outwork anybody. You cannot outwork me when it comes to follow-up. I've got like 95 different ways to follow up. You're not going to ever outwork me, and that's okay. So like, here's the process. Okay. So we go through, we do the subscript, we have the conversation, right? Everything you're looking for. If it was a polite way of letting me know, you'd let me know, right? Are we the type of company you want to work with? Is it the product? Is it the fit? Is it the needs? Right? And then we're going to get into, great, do you happen to have your phone handy? Perfect. I'm going to text you, make sure that you got it. Yep, we got it. Then I'm going to say, hey, by the way, since we got the phones out, I'm going to email you, make sure that you got it. Yep, got it. Now you can't ghost me. Like in the most goofy, playful way possible. And then they're going to go, yeah, I hate it when people do that. Or you're going to catch them because they're going to go, it's going to be like a brief second where you're going to be like, oh, Scott was right. Scott was right. They were never planning on doing business. Now, your script is not done. You're not like, hey, all pal, finito, I'm all done. Like, this is one move that you're putting on the chessboard, so to speak, where it's like, okay, well, now it feels like we're done. We're packing stuff up. And now I'm going to go into some more questions. And now I'm going to go into some more, like, what are we doing here? What's going on? You know, what's missing? If everything was perfect, would you do it? Oh, well, it's not perfect. Okay. So be aware that, like, just because you get the text message and just because you get the email doesn't mean that you're done with your script. It may take 10% of your entire sales presentation time to close a deal on one concern, what you would call an objection. So if you got a 60-minute presentation, it can take 6 to 12 minutes for you to answer that concern. And then they come up with another one. Guess what? It's another 6 to 12 minutes for you to answer that concern. They come up with another one. So it takes another 6 to 12 minutes. So that if somebody gives you 3 concerns, okay, 3 concerns, that could be 24 to 36 minutes of you answering those concerns and locking that deal down. But nobody ever tells you this. What people tell you is like, it's a magic line. It's a magic piece of information. I just gave you a line of code. I just gave you some information. Okay. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it. And every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.